but Stork has lost one Dragoon carelessly in the process, and now he's on the back foot, being forced to retreat by Bisu's forces who are pursuing him. So this is going to be interesting passage of play now. Both the game seems to have equalized. Whatever economic advantage Stork seems to have equalized, and Stork has lost 3 Dragoons at a critical loss for Stork. While he's lost 3 Dragoons while retreating against Bisu's forces, and that's going to hurt him big time. Those 3 Dragoons might be very costly for Stork as the game goes on, and now he's pinned back in his base. He's got his 4 gateways up as well. The most critical factor is that Stork hasn't lost any probes, and Stork just cancels a building. I think it was a pylon that he was building, an extra pylon. He's just cancelled that, probably because he lost those 3 Dragoons, and I think he wanted to use the resources. And that was clever by Stork, because of the fact that he lost those 3 Dragoons meant that he had enough psi limit to produce an extra 3 Dragoons with the number of pylons that he already had, and he obviously didn't have resources to keep building that pylon and produce Dragoons in all his gateways. So rather than build that pylon straight away, he probably cancelled it and decided to build more Dragoons instead, unless it was a tech building. I didn't see what it was that he cancelled, but I think it was a pylon. Stork now pushing forward with his Dragoons. Bisu does have Dragoons as well as Zealots. I'm not sure who has more. Bisu's Dragoons certainly in a superior position. They're more spread out, and Bisu seems to be focusing Stork's Dragoons a little bit better as well. Bisu loses a couple of Dragoons. Stork definitely on the back foot. Stork in huge trouble here now. Bisu's taken a significant advantage. Bisu has almost double the number of Dragoons Stork has. Stork has reinforcements pouring through though. Bisu doesn't have any reinforcements coming right now, and that's going to allow Stork to equalize this a little bit now. Bisu's got one more Dragoon pouring in, and Stork has almost managed to equalize that disadvantage he had. Stork also attacking from above that hill, so Bisu moving out of the range of that Dragoon. Bisu now with 4 Dragoons, Stork with 3. Bisu, sorry, with 5 Dragoons, Stork with 2. So Stork in a little bit of trouble here. Bisu's going to be able to get up this ramp, but again, I think the fact that Stork will be able to reinforce this. Stork managed forcing to pull out his probes. That's going to be bad for Stork. He's going to lose a lot of probes if he's forced to use his probes here to defend, and he lost only 1 probe in that, so that was okay. He's now got 4 Dragoons to defend his ramp. Bisu's got 3 more coming in, 4 more coming in, so Stork needs to try and kill off these Dragoons before Bisu's reinforcements arrive. Bisu's going to try and surround Stork's Dragoons. Those Stork's Dragoons are going to get pincered. Stork microing down. He's now down to 2 Dragoons. Bisu's got 4 blocking his 2 Dragoons from retreating, so Stork in massive trouble here. Stork has got 1 Dragoon blocking his ramp though, so Stork with those 2 Dragoons trying to micro and trying to do damage to Bisu's Dragoons as much as possible. He managed to kill off one of those Dragoons with those 2 Dragoons, so that was brilliant play by Stork. A little bit careless of Bisu. Bisu now with 3 Dragoons against one of Stork's. Bisu continuing to pile the pressure on. Stork in huge trouble here. Stork is once again forced to pull out his probes. Bisu with excellent micro. Bisu reduced to 2 Dragoons again at Stork's entrance. Again, that push distance playing a vital factor. Stork setting up that Citadel of Adun. Bisu has not built any other tech buildings yet, so that might be influential if the game lasts that long. Bisu with 5 Dragoons at the bottom of Stork's ramp. Stork with 4 Dragoons up that ramp, and Stork neutralizes that advantage that Bisu had. Bisu still probably is going to be a little ahead because his reinforcements are going to mean that he's going to have slightly more Dragoons than Stork has. Stork with 4 Dragoons, Bisu with 5 at this point in time. An absolute knife edge of a match. I wouldn't say that Bisu has a conclusive advantage. He probably has a mild advantage at this point. It looks like that early attack by Stork didn't hurt his economy enough from Stork. Stork invested a lot in that, and obviously it didn't hurt Bisu's economy enough to give Stork a decisive advantage in the game, and Bisu definitely controlling the game, controlling the map right now. He's got Stork pinned back inside his own base. Stork though has got that Citadel up first, and Stork now starting up more gateways. I thought he would put up a Templar Archive. He hasn't put that up. It'll be interesting to see if Bisu's got his Citadel up as well. Stork obviously wanted to upgrade his Zealots. Bisu obviously does not have an upgraded Zealot. So Bisu now with about 8 Dragoons and 1 Zealot, and he's actually started up his robotics facility. So we finally see a divergence in the 2-player strategy. Stork going for the Citadel of Adun and the extra gateway. Bisu going for the robotics facility, and this is going to mean that by the time Bisu gets the advantage of that Reaver, Stork might have a significant ground force. We did see Stork not have a Reaver. We did see versus Reach on this very map. Reach had that Reaver earlier than Stork. Reach had 2 Reavers. Stork only had 1 in his base, and Stork managed to defend successfully, although on this occasion Stork looks like he's going to have no Reavers, and he might be very vulnerable to a drop because Bisu has got more forces on the ground compared to Stork's forces, and Bisu is actually now pulling back. Bisu's pulled back outside into his own main because he has gone for that robotics facility. Stork meanwhile has pumped out a lot of Zealots, so this is going to be critical. If Stork can somehow figure out what Bisu is doing, if Stork can affect an attack with his forces, because he's going to have superior ground forces since he's pumping now from 5 gateways, and Bisu did go for that robotics facility. If Stork can affect a timing attack here before Bisu can get that, and Bisu has seen that attack. Bisu must have seen this attack coming from Stork. Stork with a lot of speed up Zealots, and Bisu is bound to see those, and Bisu now forced up that ramp. Bisu I think has more than enough to hold that ramp, because it's going to be very difficult, and I'm not sure whose fan it is that's praying there, but it's going to be difficult for Stork to get up that ramp, and even though he's got a lot of speeded up Zealots, he might be able to box Bisu in his base a little bit and give himself a little bit of time here. But Bisu has got that robotics facility up, and he's produced Zealots of his own. I think Bisu has more than enough to hold that ramp, and I think Stork's best bet would be to expand now while he's got Bisu pinned back in his base to try and give himself an economic advantage. Because the problem for Stork, however, is he hasn't got a robotics facility. Bisu's robotic support bay is up, and when that Reaver drop comes, Stork is going to be in trouble, and Bisu looks like he's going to go for that island expansion, and that's going to give him an advantage later on in the game, should this game pursue. Stork actually trying to get up that ramp now, trying to get his forces up that ramp. Bisu though has the advantage of that height, and it's going to be very difficult for Stork to break that, and Stork realizes that he's not going to be able to break that defense of Bisu's. He's forced to retreat. I think Stork has started his expansion now. I do see a little orange blob at his choke, at his national expo, and Stork has started his national expansion. Bisu has also started his expansion, but he's gone for the expansion at that island base. That could be a gift or a curse, we won't know which, but Stork now is going to be in a little bit of trouble because Bisu is going to be coming forward with his large army supported by that robotic support base, supported by Reavers, and Stork is only getting his robotics facility up yet, so it's going to be a while before he even gets Observer up, and Bisu's Observer has seen exactly what Stork has in his base, so Bisu sees a chance here to hurt Stork and get ahead in this game, and Stork's expansion again more vulnerable, so I'm not sure how Stork is going to be able to defend against Bisu's Reavers and Zealots and Dragoons with just Zealots and Dragoons, even though he has more ground forces. Bisu with the Reaver advantage, we've seen Reaver, how critical and how powerful a Reaver advantage can be. Bisu although could just distract Stork at his expo and drop that Reaver in Stork's main, force Stork to divide his forces and take out. Stork has got a significant number of Dragoons positioned there though, but Bisu does have that Observer and he's going to know exactly the position of Stork's units. Stork's going to be in a little bit of trouble here because he's got a lot of Zealots sitting there idle, and they might take some damage here, and some of those Zealots do take damage, and Stork forced to retreat. Stork bringing his Dragoons out to try and fight, and that shuttle just floating across. Stork managed to get a couple of hits, but Stork's forces are fragmented, and Stork in trouble here. Stork trying to spread his units out, but Bisu with a large force of Dragoons, and Stork's units all spread out, not getting all the attack, whereas Bisu's getting a maximum attack from all of his forces, and this is going to be hugely bad for Stork. This is going to be just awful for Stork. It looks like this Bisu's going to take this game. I don't think Stork has a chance now. Bisu definitely taking a huge advantage. Stork's going to lose that expo, definitely. Stork was forced to defend that expo. Stork does have a lot of Dragoons on that ramp. Bisu's still with the Reaver. Stork has managed to kill the shuttle off, and Bisu's trying to get as many Reaver shots off with that Reaver as he can. Stork's force is stuck on that ramp. Stork forced to fight with the probes at his expansion, and Stork has lost all of his forces. He's losing all of the probes. Bisu's got that expansion, the Island Expo, and Bisu's Reaver still survives, and Stork now pinned back inside his own main. His minerals running out. This is going to be GG. Bisu's going to take this game, so well played by Bisu. Going for that Reaver definitely paid off for him, and inevitably in Protoss versus Protoss game, I think it was a mistake by Stork trying to get. Obviously, Bisu was going to be able to defend that ramp of his with the number of troops he had, even if Stork had a more superior force on the ground. Bisu now in Stork's main. Stork trying to counter and trying to fight back. Bisu's got reinforcements coming. He's got a Reaver coming on the ground. He doesn't want to wait for that shuttle. He's trying to send that Reaver on the ground, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think those Dragoons that are in Stork's base, that are killing his units as they pop out, are going to be enough to take the game for him, and the rest of the reinforced Dragoons will be enough to finish the game off for Bisu, and Bisu's got a shuttle out now as well. So GG, well played by Bisu. His strategy proving superior in that game. That was a close game. I think Stork could have given himself an advantage with that early Zealot rush. I think he executed it poorly, and Bisu is now going to finish. Stork now actually is going to drop in Bisu's expo, but I think Bisu's not going to care about that, and Bisu drops a Reaver in Stork's main, and that's going to finish off the rest of Stork's probes. Bisu's got such a massively superior force. Stork GG's 2-1 to Bisu, so that was a great game, and Bisu coming out with a deserved victory there. And that's going to make it interesting in the next game, guys. That was well played by Bisu. I think Stork had a chance there to go 2-1 up, but he didn't.